Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss the case of Prakash B. KAMAT versus Principal Commissioner of Income Tax and others. This case has been reported in 457 ITR at page number 150 and the matter has been decided by Honorable Bombay High Court and the date of the judgment is 12th June 2023. This case is regarding section 179 which talks about the liability of the directors of a private company. The simple concept of section 179 is that if the income tax of a defaulting company, of a defaulting private company cannot be recovered from the company, then the assessing officer has the power to move to the directors for the recovery of the tax in case the director of the company is grossly negligent, misfeasance, and he can prove that there was breach of duty in relation to the affairs of the company, which is responsible for the default of the payment of the income tax by the company. In this case, the assessee presented his case before the assessing officer after initiating the proceedings under section 179 by the assessing officer that the director of the company was lacking financial control over the company, the director was not involved in the decision making power of the company, and the director was having a very limited role in the defaulting company, and the director of the company has established by various evidences before the assessing officer that there was no gross negligence, misfeasance and the breach of duty on the part of the director. The provisions of section 179 says that the primary duty is of the director to prove that he was not gross negligent, and after that it is the burden shifts on the assessing officer to prove that the assessee is grossly negligent regarding the affairs of the company which resulted in the default of payment of income tax by the company. But in this case, the assessing officer, by only relying on the fact that the assessee was director during the assessment year, proceeded against the director of the company under section 179. The assessee also filed revision petition under section 264 to the principal commissioner, but he also upheld the order of the assessing officer. So the assessee moved to the Honorable High Court, and the Honorable High Court said that once the assessee has proved beyond doubt that he was not grossly negligent, misfeasance and breach of his duty in relation to the affairs of the company, then the assessing officer has to pass a speaking order and bring the material to controvert the evidence of the director of the company who is challenging the order under section 179. If it is not done, then the director of the company cannot be held responsible for the payment of the tax by the company. The Bombay High Court also said that the wording used in section 179 is gross neglect and not the mere neglect, meaning thereby that for every mistake of the company, for every mistake of the director cannot be held responsible for the payment of taxes by the company. Friends, the purpose of discussing this case is that we know that in the general practice it happens that some people become director of the company just for the namesake. Sometimes it happens that one friends become director in one company. Sometimes the family members also become director for the namesake. So until and unless it is established that the directors of the company are not involved in day-to-day working, for example, not signing the various checks, not signing the loan documents, then the director of the company should ensure that he is not involved in day-to-day working of the company, because it can be fatal. Because in this case, the proceedings under section 179 against the director of the company was initiated after 8 years. So the High Court said that on the touchstone of fairness also, the director cannot be held responsible after 8 years. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Prakash B. Kamat versus Principal Commissioner of Income Tax and others, and this case has been reported in 457 ITR at page number 150. The matter has been decided by Bombay High Court and the date of the judgment is 12th June 2023. Thank you, friends.